I'm Ty Higgins, and this cab cam brings us to the northern part of Marion County. Right around Morrill is where we find Joe Sheaffer running beans. And Joe, you thought about going back and forth with the corn, but all of a sudden these beans took a turn pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, we decided we would, with the weather, the dry weather, and the nice warm days, we'd take advantage of these beans and see how many we can get off. So we're going to stick in beans here. We've got quite a few acres to run here. I think it's going to be ready in the next couple days, so that'll keep us busy.
I know you're on Twitter and Facebook, and you're seeing all the progress being made around these parts with the beans, and all I've heard so far is how surprisingly good these yields are faring on the beans. Are you seeing that same thing here?
Yeah, we've been pleasantly surprised. We've only ran about 3 different varieties, and they've all been in the late 2s, early 3s, but they're very consistent, and they're running, you know, you're going to see a lot of averages in the mid-60s in this area, I think, which is probably a lot better than most guys were expecting this year.
I did notice on the way coming from west to here, there were a lot of beans that were spotted in, and a lot of beans still had a few weeks to go yet. So there's a lot of variation here in this part of the Buckeye State.
Yeah, it seemed like beans went in that first week of May, and then there was a big wet spell, and then we actually finished up the end of May, which was probably early for some guys. I know a lot of beans went in June, so the later they went, and with the cool summers, they didn't catch up. So there's going to be quite a spread of bean harvest this year, I think.
We can see your grain system along the way there, and I know that a lot of these beans are heading that way, but as far as corn's concerned, it's a tricky market. How are you positioned so far?
Well, we're fortunate enough we can store a lot of our crop. We've pre-sold our normal amount that we always have, which I wish I'd been a little longer on this year, but with the way the market is going. But that'll go to market, and then the rest will probably get put in the storage, and then hope for a little better basis level.
Well, obviously you're not into the corn yet, but what are you expecting when you hit those fields here in the next week or two?
You know, I didn't have high expectations with the wet summer, but I think we did have good growing conditions, and we had a lot of unevenness in our fields this year, so it'll still be interesting. But you know, hopefully that yield is at least average, if not a little better.
We're in north central Marion County, along for a cab cam, the very first harvest bean cab cam of 2014. I'm Ty Higgins. This is the Ohio AgNet, and we'll see you down the road.